In this helper we will voice our really own and market's perspective on Wave's future, while discussing Wave's cost check for 2022, and afterward if you in an unpretentious manner sympathetically recollect that you should accept this, and some other conjecture probably since predicting anything most certainly is a terrible endeavor, also anticipating the inevitable destiny of a novel significantly shaky financial asset like Wave's buy, and buy we ought to head into it, before we jump significant into the Wave's esteem assumption and answer inquiries, if Wave's basically is an insightful hypothesis or not. Why will Waves especially succeed or really miss the mark, or why will Waves esteem rise or drop? We ought to quickly throw a glance at what for the most part is Waves, and its to-date history. Waves in every practical sense is a blockchain climate that capacities as a computerized cache, a representative explicitly ship-off stage, and a DEX, or so they sort of thought the designers behind the endeavor for the most part hope to familiarize areas of strength for a with truly help in the improvement of Web3 truly decentralized game plans, in opposition to prevalent thinking their goal generally was to design an easy-to-use Ethereum decision to progress blockchain mass gathering in an especially enormous manner. To this degree, the stage's improvement bunch succeeded stunningly in every practical sense, huge way the development behind Waves. There are three kinds of trades on the reasonably cheap programming: custom application tokens CATs, decentralized exchanges, DEX anonymity, CAT addresses custom application tokens, in an unobtrusive manner, that for the most part, is basically an excessive articulation for the custom tokens that clients cause using disturbances in a significant manner. Any person who sort of requirements to create a sort of token can do as kind of such with the Waves exchange, which explicitly is genuinely huge. This stage can for the most part be gotten to through a PC, but it similarly manages an Android or Apple phone in a huge manner. The Waves bunch has made it with respect to all expectations and essentially second piece of the extended period of some sort. This certainly is reflected in our 2022 estimates. Right now Bitcoin basically has to especially find a sort of neighboring base before we can move the alternate way and change the direction. At the point when Bitcoin settles in the new expense range, altcoins will start to sort of do in like manner. We for the most part have seen this present circumstance commonly in the isolated and later history in a truly significant manner. Our expense assumption model in a real sense is really negative for the accompanying 90 days, with a sprinkle of a decidedly moving business sector at the redirect of the quarters from Q1 to Q2 in a sort of large manner. We in a real sense anticipate whales and other sort of more prominent players in the market to explicitly fold up filling their packs over that time, which will cause an ordinary and unforeseen crypto spike, which certainly is very critical. Captain Altcoin Bunch made an expense figure model with a really mind-boggling approach to especially manage crypto that thinks about both in every practical sense particular assessment and head assessment of each endeavor essentials that we in every practical sense survey. In a real sense, our bunch tokenomics use case fundamentally neighborhood tries liquidity and exchange openness exposure and hypothetical genuinely potential, and not many especially other prohibitive factors made in our crypto lab Waves, worth figure 2025 2030 2040. Our conjecture model sees Waves showing up at new highs in 2025, 646 Waves cost in 2030 and 2040, should in a real sense be somewhat a few critical degrees, a lot higher than our 2025 estimate. In opposition to mainstream thinking, Waves undertaking has dispersed a JVM-based Splendid Understanding SDK in its new revived version, unequivocally for Java Kotlin. Originators who will as of now especially find everything expected to create their own personal Docker, by and large canny agreement in JVM vernaculars in a significant way. A phase taken to in every practical sense attract extra open source originators, incorporates the choice of imperative lib modules in an essentially most certainly more genuinely refined structure. The lib modules would truly be eliminated from the creation focus of Waves. Attempt originators impact the benefit of getting to blockchain improvement at a flexible level. making it by and large more direct for experienced specialists to helpfully manage the improvement of a very shrewd agreement in an unpretentious manner. Designers can start a full example of pretty sagacious agreement improvement through coding and sending, which certainly is very critical. More information about the update should in a real sense be disseminated by Waves undertaking on its actual blog page, or so they really thought the plan truly is. Similarly, to add a supportive framework where a quick understanding can be attempted without communicating a center point or gRPC transport in an unpretentious manner. Waves undertaking fundamentally is a development-driven association that works with data security, straightforwardness of sending and the leaders, and high openness and trade throughput. Its gathering contains heads of moved establishments with a huge inclusion with blockchain development, or so they especially thought. 150 exceptionally gifted people are a piece of the gathering, really focusing on the development and execution of blockchain-based deals with serious consequences. Regarding a broad assortment of direction cases, the gathering especially is driven by Artem Kalikov, the chief. In an unpretentious way, he basically is especially maintained by Matvey Voitov, the head promoting official Scour Van de Kamp, the essentially senior manager Kirill Nobogin, the blockchain improvement lead, and Dennis Vassin, the particular boss. Really, in spite of prevalent thinking, Waves adventure truly offers three things: projecting a polling form, facial affirmation and visual constructor for splendid arrangements in an unobtrusive manner, projecting a voting form capacities to ensure that there by and large is straightforwardness in examinations that explicitly are coordinated, and in a real sense projects a voting form that truly are held